Let's look at volume using a volumetric flask, a graduated cylinder, Erlenmeyer flask, beaker, and meter stick. To measure liquid volume, we're using the volumetric flask, the graduated cylinder, the Erlenmeyer flask, and the beaker. Remember, volume is how much space something takes up. This is a 100 milliliter volumetric flask. Notice the white line. The meniscus is the curve of the liquid, the natural curve of the liquid. The volume is measured at the bottom of the meniscus. We poured the 100 milliliter liquid into a graduated cylinder. Notice the bottom of the meniscus is hitting right about 100 mils. The volumetric flask is the most accurate measurement of volume. Graduated cylinders are also very accurate. Next, we have the Erlenmeyer flask. Notice the 1 milliliter mark is down here, while the meniscus is up above it by some distance. This means that the Erlenmeyer flask is not a very accurate measurement of volume. Over here we have a 100 milliliter beaker. Notice that the measurement is only measured to 80 milliliters. We have no way of knowing whether this 100 milliliters is an accurate measurement of 100 mils or not. So a beaker is not a very accurate way to measure volume. Next, we're looking at liters to gallons. We had two 500 milliliter graduated cylinders, and we are pouring those into a gallon container. Right here at this mark is 1 gallon. So first we poured 1 liter into the gallon container. Then we poured 2 liters into the gallon container, and then 3 liters into the gallon container. Notice we're not quite to 1 gallon yet. Okay, finally, we have 500 milliliter plus 285 milliliters, which is 785 milliliters that we added to our 1 gallon container. 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. Using an overflow can, we can measure volume by liquid displacement. If we put an irregular shaped object like a rock into an already full can of liquid, it will cause the liquid to rise and come out of the can. We can collect it in a container like a beaker, and then we can take our beaker and pour what we've collected into a graduated cylinder for a fairly accurate measurement of volume for the rock. So this rock is 6.5 milliliters in volume. If we want to measure a volume of a box, we need a metric ruler or a meter stick. If we look at the measurements of this box, the volume of a box equals length times width times height. This distance right here, the length of the box is 27.8 centimeters. 27.8 centimeters. You can see how it's 27. Here's the 0.5. It's just about 3 milliliters more than 7.5. This distance here, the width of the box, is about 18.5 centimeters. And then the height of the box is right at 6 centimeters. So if we put into a calculator 27.8 centimeters times 18.5 centimeters times 6 centimeters, we get a volume of 3,085 and 4/5 centimeters cubed. Interesting, if you have a cube that's 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, which is 1 centimeter cubed, and you pour liquid into that, and then pour that into a graduated cylinder, you'll find that 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. So this box is approximately 3.085 liters in volume. So not far from being a 1 gallon in volume.